Hey guys! I got a little bit of feedback last time after my video, and some of you requested some videos that I've already got in the works. They are happening for you guys, and one of them was just a full face request, kind of just a foundation rather, how I do my foundation, how I apply it. Somebody said that I had beautiful skin and they wanted to know my skincare routine, but I'll let you in on a secret. I just wear lots of makeup. My skin is not terrible, but it's definitely not clear. I can do a separate tutorial if you're interested in kind of my like skincare routine, my nightly routine, let me know. So right now I am just bare-faced as a baby's bottom. I have no makeup on whatsoever. The only thing on my face right now is a little bit of this moisturizer, Cetaphil lotion for dry to sensitive skin. This is my daytime lotion. Now I put it on my face except for in the areas where I get the most oily, which is around my nose. That's really the only area. So I put moisturizer everywhere except for right here. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna go to one of my secret weapons and I'm gonna get my Aquaphor. So I'm gonna dab, tap tap, and I'm gonna rub it into the areas that are a little bit dry from my spot treatment last night. Now that those are on there, I also have a big kind of blemish on my nose, if you can see it. Y'all, look how close we're getting. We just met and we're already this close. I'm showing you my acne. Whew. If you're gonna use liquid foundation, especially guys, one huge important thing is that you moisturize your skin. Because if you don't and you have dry patches, your skin is going to absorb the foundation since it's dry and not getting moisturized, and you're gonna get splotchy, uneven foundation. So always make sure to moisturize. So now that I've got that on, I'm going to be taking my other beauty secret weapon and I'm going to be putting a little bit of my chafing relief powder gel. I'm sorry, my primer. A little of this goes a long way. So I'm just going to work this all over my face. Oh, I forgot to tell you, before I washed my face, before I did my foundation, I washed my hands and I wash them very well, and then I go directly to my makeup because I want my hands to be as clean as possible. Now, even though I just put Aquaphor there, I'm just gonna rub my primer right in and right over it, and it's not gonna affect anything. It's still gonna go on very smooth. The next thing I'm going to do, which I don't normally do, is I'm going to conceal a few things. Typically, I put my concealer on after my foundation. However, right now, the only concealer that I have that I'm using is the one I use for my under eyes, so it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone. So in order to make sure I get an even color correction, I'm going to put my concealer on first, because it's going to be a little bit whiter, so that when my foundation goes on it will be covered, but I will all be the same tone, if that makes sense. The foundation that I'm using today is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation, and that's in the color True Ivory. Now that's a little bit darker than my concealer, which is the Maybelline Cover Stick in Ivory. And since this is a little bit lighter, I'm going to go ahead and apply it first. Now I'm just going to apply this. I'm going to roll it up. It's in stick form, and I'm going to apply it directly to the blemishes. So I'm gonna put it right here where you'll see I have some. I'm gonna put it right here where I have some. Anywhere that has some, I have one up here. Do you guys see this? I have one up here. Ooh, it's hard to do it in the camera. Right there. I have one over here. Just like that. And I have one on my nose, a little red area. So, am I pretty? I'm going to put that on, and then I'm just going to use my ring finger and I'm going to kind of blend that out. I don't want to rub too hard on the blemish itself. I'm more just rubbing the edges to fade it out. Okay, so that obviously just made me look kind of patchy and funny, but I promise when I put my foundation on, it will look better. So all I did was that. Now I'm going to take my foundation. Just make sure you're well blended. You don't want any like harsh lines. It's okay to have like regions that are wider, but nothing like super harsh. So next I'm going to take my foundation and I'm going to shake it up a little bit just in case it kind of separated while it was in the package. And then I am going to squeeze a little bit between my fingers. Not too much. You can always get more. Okay, next I'm going to get the foundation. I'm going to rub it between my fingers to heat it up. Now if I warm the foundation up with my body heat, then when it goes on, it won't apply as heavy and it'll blend better. And then I'm just going to tap all around my face with it. See? And then I'm just going to start rubbing it in. You're going to make sure to get all the way into your hairline so that it looks natural, because you don't want it to look like you're wearing a mask. So I'm just rubbing. Sorry, I have to look at the camera a little bit here, guys. I'm sorry, the mirror a little bit behind you so that you can see, so I can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just rubbing my foundation in. And then I'm gonna get a little bit more because I still feel like I need a little bit. So I'm gonna get just a little dab more. And then same thing, rub. Now I'm gonna make sure to focus on the areas I think I'm lacking a little bit, which is still around my kind of chin area. Like that. So you also make sure you go on top of your ears. You don't have to like get all inside your eardrum with it, but you just want to make it go onto them so that you have more of a natural looking finish. Make sure you don't have any obvious like finger marks or streaks in your face by looking at a mirror kind of up close. That's what I'm doing here. I have a little side mirror. So look. Okay. Now in the process, I lost a little bit of my concealer, which is to be expected. It's totally normal. And so I'm going to go back in and put a little bit of my concealer. You might ask why exactly I did that if I just put it on first. I'll be honest with you guys a little bit and tell you that I'm experimenting with the color. I want to see, you know, how well it blends in on top, underneath. I'm playing a little bit. Next, I'm going to conceal my under eyes. I'm going to use this same concealer here, and I'm going to go into the corner of my eye just like this. You see that? I'm going to go right underneath my lash line, straight out, and then I'm going to go straight down by my nose, and then I'm going to take this back up to the corner of the eye. So you kind of get this little triangle. I'm going to fill that in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my favorite tools, my fingers, and I'm going to blend that out. Same thing as before, you don't want to rub too hard because you don't want to rub through the makeup, you just want to blend it out. The camera, I will tell you, it's casting a little more of a white look than it looks like in real person. I'm still trying to figure it out, so if I look ghostly, I promise I don't look like that in real life. It's just still kind of adjusting. I'm still figuring it out. So making care to blend it, and I take it out and kind of up with it. When I put it on there, it highlights my cheekbone a little. If you can tell, this is the face that has the under eye, and this is the face that this side looks a lot more alive. So I'm going to go through and do the same thing with the other eye. Okay, just like that. Now all of our liquid foundation and concealer has been applied. Now the next thing, and this is very important, is that you set your foundation. Right now, my skin has kind of a tacky, sticky finish from the liquid and the concealer and foundation, so I need to set it. I need to lock it in with a powder so that it won't move, so it'll have a nice soft finish, and so my face won't have this shine. What I'm going to be using today to do that is the Stay Matte Rimmel Pressed Powder, and I'm going to be using color 004 Sandstorm. Now this powder is huge in the beauty blog world. Like even people that use really high-end fancy foundation still use this powder to finish. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. powder brush to finish off. Okay, this is just a nice flat tip brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it into my pan and tap it a little bit because sometimes you lose a little. And then I'm going to tap onto my forehead, kind of buff into it. I don't want to rub into my skin just yet, as in like this, because it still has kind of a tacky finish and I don't want to create a mud on my face. I really want to make sure that I have a nice even application and making care to get in that eye to really set under eye concealer. And then after you feel like you've got the powder everywhere after you've tapped it on, you can brush a little so that if you have a lot of extra powder, you can kind of knock some of that off. So that's that. That is my flawless foundation look. If you can see, some of my blemishes, they're still there if I get really close because this is an HD camera. Y'all remember that, be nice. If I see you from here, you don't see so much my flaws primarily. Now, I don't stop here. I highlight, I contour, and I put blush on my cheeks. and then I do my eye makeup. Actually, my routine, I normally do my eye makeup the very first thing that I do so that I don't lose any eyeshadow onto my face. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to be fair and show you my completely naked face so you could see it. Each of these products, I bought them on sale at Target. So the foundation I think was the most expensive, and it cost me like $5.34. This tube was $4.98 and this one was $3.99 I think when I bought it. So this whole look is like very inexpensive, like less than $15 if I did my math quickly. So this is a very affordable look. The only tool that I used to do this was my e.l.f. brush, which was $3, and the rest was my fingers. Some people will tell you never to use your fingers when you're applying your makeup. Some people will tell you only use brushes. Some people tell you fingers are best. Remember, all of these things are just opinions. You need to figure out what works best for you. If you do use your fingers, make sure to wash them immediately before applying so that you carry less bacteria with you. And if you use brushes, make sure you wash them regularly. I'd be happy to do a tutorial on how I wash my brushes. I'd be happy to do a tutorial on how I highlight and contour my face, my eyeshadow, my everything else. Anything you guys want to know, let me know. This was just the foundation to show you guys how I apply that, to get really real with you and up close and personal, and show you my pimples so that we can be closer friends and you can see that my face isn't perfect. Shocker, right? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Again, anything you want to know, let me know. I'm here to film for you, so I'd be happy to do it. I'll see you guys later.